Hey guys, this morning I'm going to be talking to you about how to install PHP server on your own computer, and that's you download XAMPP. That's a server software, so it's for Mac as well, but at the moment I'm using a Windows computer, Windows 7, so yeah, you can go there. You can also use it for Linux and Solaris, for Windows. And you want to scroll down to this area here where it says download and jump off point, and click on the first one, XAMPP, and click the installer. And as you can see, it's starting to install. It'll download in a second. There we go. Now it will. So the reason we have to do this is because you can't simply code in PHP like you can in HTML or CSS or JavaScript. Like with those three languages, you can just create a document and display it in a web browser. You don't have to install anything like that. The only thing you have to do with PHP is you have to have Apache, PHP, a fair few bits of software installed onto your computer so that you can your browser has the ability to display it. I don't really understand why you need it, but this is how it works. You need a server. XAMPP, what it really does is it allows you to have a website served from your own computer, so you could actually host your own website from your own computer using this. I wouldn't recommend it, obviously, because it's all the responsibility involved, but I would still suggest to buy hosting and pay for hosting. But this way you can test your website, and it's very good. I've used it for many years now, so yeah, it's almost finished downloading. There we go, now it's just finished. I'll go into it here. Yes. Please select the language. I'm choosing English. There's Dutch there as well. So English. Okay. Next. And you can choose any destination folder you want. I'm going to go straight from the main computer disk because then it's accessible from anywhere. It's quite easily, you can easily get to it. Install. Now install all three of these as a service, so click all the boxes there. You'll want to do that. It'll just make it a little bit easier later on. Install. Might take a little bit to install. There we go. Click finish to close this wizard. And this has just come up. Hold on. See how it's starting the services. When we clicked the checkboxes before, it was so that it would do this automatically rather than we have to go into it and start them ourselves. Services /hoops. There we go. Okay. So this is what we were looking at before. See, these were already started. That's because we clicked the checkboxes before and they're already running, which is really what we needed to do anyway in the first place. Okay, so we'll just exit out of that. The other thing we need to download is a code editor, and I mean you can use Notepad if you really want to. I know lots of people use it to code HTML and CSS. With PHP, though, it's a lot more code. It's a lot more functions and things like that. It's just easier to read it if you have a code editor. And a really good free one is Notepad++. So just Google Notepad++ and it'll be in the first one here, notepad-plus-plus.org, So if we go into that and download, and see I'm on Windows, so installer, keep. Same thing, next, I agree, next, yes, that's all good, that's all fine. Yeah, like I said, it's just a lot easier to be able to see all the code, and it'll make coding a lot quicker as well. You can also enable all the autocomplete functions and everything like that on it if you really want to. And this is what it looks like. Just resize it there. There we go. And this is just an example of just a basic Notepad++ page. I can show you different ones. Hello, I'm Notepad++. There we go. See, it's you can see line numbers. It highlights the whole line. Just there's loads of things which make it a lot easier to use for coding than Notepad itself. So what we'll do is we'll minimize this, and we'll open up my computer and go into where we installed XAMPP. So if we go here, XAMPP, and so go through wherever you installed it. I installed it in the local disk, so wherever you installed it, come to this page here and go to htdocs. Just follow into there, and here's a few files I created before. If you want to start a new site, you just go new folder, you can call it whatever you want. So let's call it Web Design College. That's how you spell everything. And you create a page. So let's create wrong one. Yes. So we go back to here and we just new page. This is my first web page in using XAMPP. There we go. And we'll save this. Save. Computer. We'll go back to where we just were. Where did I go? XAMPP, htdocs, and Web Design College. Here we go. We'll save that as index, because when something's index, then that's the file your browser will go to first. It's like if you're on your file system, if index is there, index.php or index.html, your browser will automatically go there as your home page or as your main page. And we'll find PHP. PHP hypertext preprocessor file, and click save. So that's there. Web Design College. So if you want to be able to access that file, you go to http localhost / and you come to this. Now this is just a welcome screen just to make sure everything's working. You go to status, sure everything's deactivated. Those we don't really need them at the moment, and that's great from everything. Do http localhost again. No, it still gets there. Okay, so we're going to htdocs, and like I said before, index.html is there. It goes to that page every time, so we can just delete that, and we go back to here, refresh this. Oh, not that one. Refresh. Okay, maybe there's another index.php page. Well, what we'll do is we'll type in Web Design College / There we go. There's my first web page using PHP. that. Anyway, web design college. It's my first page, and we can edit it here. So this is another line because it's coding to do this. Save, and this is another line. There we go. So good luck with that.